Hello everyone, this is Anna from Savvy Realty, and today I have an exciting announcement for you. Savvy Realty has finally released our new workbook called From Dream to Reality, the Portugal Relocation Workbook. And it is a 20-page guide and workbook in order to help you achieve a smooth relocation that is now available for free for those who subscribe to our website at www.savvycatrealty.com. For those of you who don't know, Savvy Realty is a relocation and investment agency that works with lifestyle. We will allow our clients to choose and be clear on the life they want to have here in Portugal. And we all are an all-in-one service in order to help them achieve that life. And this can be in the middle of a big city like Lisbon, or in the middle of a mountain where you don't have any neighbors. We have had all kinds of different people and all kinds of different lifestyle requests that we have successfully completed. And over the time that we've been in business, we of course developed a lot of experience in the whole relocation process, and this guide is compiling a lot of advice and exercises and guiding in order to help you achieve a smooth relocation. This guide consists of 10 steps, and those 10 steps are basically the essential stages from getting the idea of moving to Portugal to actually be happy in Portugal. And the first one of that steps is lifestyle. So like I have been mentioning, I believe that lifestyle is an extremely important part of the relocation process. I believe it's very important to define exactly why you want to come to Portugal and what you want to achieve and improve by being here. So in this workbook, we ask you a series of questions and give you some exercises in order to be as clear as possible. And of course, then we also consider the reality of things and what is actually realistic within those steps, so you can have the best of both worlds. Once you have this stage figured out, the next one that is one of the most relevant parts is of course housing. Because you need housing in order to be in a different country, and it can be a very complicated process. Of course, also one of the processes that we help the most with in our service. And in these steps, it gives you an idea of what is it that you want and what are the costs you can expect for that. So you can go on to the third step, that is financial planning. Of course, this step will depend a lot on the kind of lifestyle you want to have and the kind of budget you have, but here we give you a series of pointers of what it is realistic from a financial perspective, and then you can adapt to what is your reality and create your own budget. So we have all the pointers and the exercises, so you end up with a realistic budget for your own personal needs. And with that, I believe that the next stage would be the scouting trip. I believe that no matter how sure you are that you want to come to Portugal, it is very important to actually experience Portugal and understand where you actually feel comfortable in here in our country. So in this step, we help you prepare an efficient scouting trip and give you some tips and insight of what to consider in order to make your scouting trip as valuable as possible. And after you've done this step, I believe the next step would be the actual immigration and visa processing. So in the fifth step, we give you all the procedures and insight of how the actual immigration process works. This is not specific to any visa, but the overall of how the process works, and it also gives you information on other articles that we have that have more details on the specific visas. And then after you have this stage figured out, the sixth step, I believe, would be healthcare. And it is not that easy to transfer your healthcare from a country to another. So I believe there are a few steps that you need to consider in order to prepare a smooth transition and in order to have everything come and be safe when you come into Portugal. So the 6th step in our guide is healthcare. And the 7th step is the actual move. That is the most tiring part, that can be a bit overwhelming because you are literally moving your life from a country to the other. So in this step, we give you a series of tips and insights on preparing your move, what you should bring, how the import process works, and the different things you should consider in order to be as smooth and as efficient as possible when you are making your actual move to Portugal. And then once you are already in Portugal, the next thing you would have to consider is the local paperwork. And Portugal is quite a bureaucratic place, so here in this step we give you a series of information and tips on the different kinds of services you need to consider, and the different documents that you need and how to obtain them, and also how to contact the different public services and what are the most relevant services that you will likely be interacting with. And the 9th step is the language. Although you can live in Portugal without knowing Portuguese, I believe it is always valuable to know at least the basics and to be able to understand the people that are around you, the Portuguese people. And in this step, we just give you a series of tips in order to help you improve your Portuguese comprehension, and just a few basic phrases and interactions that are basic to day. And we don't expect our clients to learn Portuguese and become fully fluent, but I believe it's very nice to at least know the basics, and even for safety reasons, it's good to be able to communicate a bit. So, the last step, it's just settling in. And the 10th step in your guide, it's just that, settling in. And settling in, it's just about giving some tips and insights on how to integrate into communities, how to make new friends, how to reach out, and some cultural tips in order to get you integrated as smoothly as possible. So these are the 10 steps that our guide consists of. I believe it will be extremely helpful for anyone that is considering to move to Portugal. And once again, this is all for free. This is a 20-page workbook that is available for those who subscribe to our website. You just need to go into our website, subscribe to our newsletter, and you will be getting an email with the download link for our workbook, From Dream to Reality, the Portugal Relocation Workbook. I hope that this was helpful. I'm really looking forward for your feedback. If you do have any comments, please do leave them here. We are happy to improve things. And of course, if you do find any typos or mistakes that we missed, we will always correct them too. So I'm looking forward to your feedback, and I hope that this was helpful. And I will see you all again next week.